Hey everybody, welcome back to Next Play Records. I'm Andy. I have a special video today. I'm going to be giving a rundown of my top 10 Vinyl Me Please releases in my collection.
Start off with two words: made in America.
And that is conjunction with Concert Buddy.
Hey, who wants to have some fun? I do. Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
I really want to have fun. I'm just saying I want to have some fun.
Okay. Concert Buddy, awesome, fairly new channel in the vinyl community here on YouTube. And Chance is the owner operator of the channel. He's a great guy. I feel like he's doing a good job here with this contest to build his army of friends, buddies, as he calls it. So I'm going to use this video to be part of my entry into his contest, and also just kind of try to mimic Chance the best I can in these videos. And I feel like he's the type of guy that if I met in person, I could hang out with, become pretty good friends with. I think I'm a little older than him, but I feel like we have the same kind of humor, some similar interests.
Do you want to form an alliance with me? Absolutely, I do. Good.
He resides close to St. Louis, and I figured I'd wear this hat today to support him, support his channel. So go to Concert Buddy. It's Buddy with B-U-D-D-I-E. We are buddies when we're subscribed to his channel, and this contest he has going is very cool. It's really just a push to 500 subs, which he's getting close. And I'm pretty close to 500 too. I had thought about doing a push, so hopefully over these next couple of weeks during his contest, I also can get over 500, and we can both be 500 in the 500 club. So I think I'm maybe 6 or 7 subs away. So if you have not liked and subscribed, like this video, subscribe to my channel. But you're going to see 10 great Vinyl Me Please records in this. For Chance's contest, all you have to do is subscribe to his channel, make a video talking about his contest, which I'm doing here, and then that gets you 1, 3, 4
Way to get something done. If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
entries right there, and then you can get another entry or two if you just give him a random shout out in some other videos over the next few weeks. The concert ends the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I think that's when he's going to draw it. The grand prize, and it's the reason I'm doing the Vinyl Me Please portion of this video, is a 3-month subscription to Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please, most people know about that now, is a great club-based vinyl subscription that is coming out with terrific reissues, first time on vinyl releases. Just I have a good handful of records here I'm going to show today that are killers, and we'll look into it after this. But I appreciate Chance. I appreciate the chance to get into this contest, get to know him, watch his videos. They're always so intriguing. He does a good job of engaging, and he's kind, and talks about good music. So let's get into it after this.
What I do? Yeah. I'm a pimp, P-I-M-P. If you don't know, you do now.
I don't know what you heard about.
Okay, so we're back, and so every time I go to Chance's channel, Concert Buddy, I think about when I was in the bullpen when I was playing baseball, and we'd be sitting around the other relievers. The starter would be pitching real well, so nothing's going on. The fans would be around us, kids a lot of times at minor league games, and you'd start getting hungry in the 3rd or 4th inning. And I had a buddy on one of my teams that would, look at me, he used the word buddy. I use the word buddy all the time, so that's why I think I connect with Chance's channel. But we would always call the kids that would come ask for balls or talk to us during the game, we'd call them buddies, buddy. And sometimes, every once in a while, we would get hungry, and we would trade a ball for a hot dog or a chicken sandwich or a ice cream cone. If we weren't pitching that day, we might get a splurge on something like that. And so they'd come up, ask for a ball, be like, hey, go get us a chicken sandwich, we'll give you a ball. They'd come back with a chicken sandwich. We'd give them the ball. As they're walking off, I had one guy that I played with that would say, "Hey, do the right thing, buddy." Meaning, don't be scared and don't come back with the food. Bring back the food, get your game ball, and we're all happy. One time I think we were in Hickory, North Carolina. This is when I was in the lower levels of a minor league, single A. A lot of stuff like this goes on. You get bored in those games. You know, maybe a couple thousand fans, Hickory, North Carolina. There was a group of kids, couple kids, and they wanted a bat. We had a bat sitting next to us that maybe the bullpen catcher had left down there. Maybe we messed around with it during BP or something. And, you know, and we were like, you know what, let's get something out of this. We told the kid, come back with 3 chicken sandwiches. You know, at a ball game, that's probably $15, okay? 3 chicken sandwiches for the 3 of us relievers that were down there, and we give you this bat. And it was actually a broken bat, but still, kids love professional wood bats, so we thought it was a great trade. Guy comes back, buddy comes back with 3 chicken sandwiches. We give him the wooden bat, go about our day, have our snack. One of us, 2 of us might have pitched that night. But after the game, our trainer and our travel organizer came up to us and said that one of the parents complained that we were getting food for a broken bat. They feel like they got ripped off. And I remember my friend that was with me said, I mean, $15 for a professional wood bat is not getting ripped off. So Buddy got what he deserved out of that deal, but needless to say, from then on, we didn't try to do any huge trading, bargaining for food and baseball products.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
But anyway, do the right thing, buddy. Go to Concert Buddy, subscribe, enter his contest, have a chance at winning a 3-month subscription to Vinyl Me Please. Here's top 10 Vinyl Me Please releases in my collection. I'll start with one of the first ones I got, and you'll notice by the older looking hype sticker. Now, this is a killer release on Impulse from John Lee Hooker. It Serve You Right to Suffer. This was done the right way. Very good quality pressing. Sounds tremendous. This is the stereo version of John Lee Hooker's, probably his best album. Just raw blues. As you can tell by the photo, he is a blues singer as good as it gets. It Serve You Right to Suffer was a 1965 recording on Impulse. You've got Shake It Baby, Country Boy, Bottle Up and Go, Sugar Mama, It Serve You Right to Suffer. And Vinyl Me Please does an awesome job. Their jackets are unbelievable. There's the stamp from this is from the Classics line of their subscriptions. And I believe this was before I subscribed on my own, which I've subscribed to 3-month increments here and there. I'm not a constant subscriber. I get my brothers to add tracks when they can, or pick up these for me when they can with their subscription. But yeah, this was one of those that I got from my older brother. Unbelievable release. One of my favorites blues albums, and definitely one of my favorite Vinyl Me Please releases. Let's move on. Let's move on to another. This is a soul release. This was from this year. Johnny Taylor. This is a very rare album to get as a OG. So my brother actually tipped me on this and said, you need to grab this if you can. I ended up signing up for 3 months when this one was coming out. So this was on my subscription. Johnny Taylor, Wanted, One Soul Singer. Unbelievable. This guy's voice is as good as anybody in the soul genre that you can find. And this is a very hard album to find. So very happy to get that. This is on, this is black vinyl. Sometimes Vinyl Me Please will do pretty cool color variants. And I haven't ran into one where the quality of the pressing is lacks in any way when it's on color vinyl. But this is a Stax label for Johnny Taylor, One Soul Singer, on black vinyl. So very, very good release in the classic thread of the subscriptions. Another one, I'm just pulling. These are in no specific order. This is one of my favorite Blue Note sessions, and this was one also that I got from my brother when he was subscribed. And this thing has shot up in value. But this is Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, The Freedom Rider. This is one of Art Blakey's best sessions of his career. You can tell by the lineup that it is absolutely killer. Lee Morgan, Wayne Shorter, Bobby Timmons, Johnny Merritt. Just a who's who of sidemen. Obviously, with Lee Morgan and Wayne Shorter, it's hard to get any better than that, in my opinion. The Freedom Rider. This was a Vinyl Me Please release. Blue Note. They don't do a ton of Blue Note. This was also classics. So if you're looking for blues, soul, jazz, it's going to be on the classics. A lot of mine are on the country, which is a new, I'm drawing a blank on what they call them. I'm going to call it a thread. It's a new thread. You've got classic, essential, hip hop, and country now. So you really can cover anything with those. A lot of them are just thrown into the essential pile. But yeah, Art Blakey, The Freedom Rider on Vinyl Me Please. I think this was maybe from 2019. Next, another one from the classic, and this is another release that I really sought after, had to sign up, so I made sure I got it. Lee Morgan, Take 12, his best Jazzland release, and this is one that he did right after getting through some drug problems. So he had a lot of help on this one by an awesome lineup. Clifford Jordan on the sax, Barry Harris on the piano, Bob Cranshaw on the bass, Louis Hayes on the drums. Some guys I have a lot in my collection in other ways, but Lee Morgan Quintet, Take 12, from the Vinyl Me Please classic thread again. And this is a Jazzland release on that maroon brownish Jazzland label. So, I mean, honestly, these are some of the top records in my collection, and they're from this Vinyl Me Please club that I think still some of the vinyl community overlooks. And I guess that's a good thing, because it's a good thing because I think that some of these big titles that are announced might get gobbled up, and people get left out of those, or get delayed in their delivery of their subscription if there's too many people in it. But Vinyl Me Please is obviously doing great in their business, expecting to expand, because now they've got their own production facility that's being built I think in Denver or something. But it's a good company. It's something to look into if you don't. Now let's get into, let's see, I think the most of these that are left are country. Now let me finish off the jazz. I have two more jazz that I've got from Vinyl Me Please. Okay, so you get your subscription ones. This is one that came out. This is on the classic thread again. Miles Davis and John Coltrane live. I think this was the first time it was ever on vinyl. Their final tour together from 1960 in Paris. Great session. Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Wynton Kelly, Paul Chambers, and Jimmy Cobb make up this. They play songs from Kinda Blue. They play covers, Round Midnight, Oleo. They play Bye Bye Blackbird, but they also play from Kinda Blue, So What, a 13-minute version of So What. So this is a great release that it reminds me, I haven't listened to this in a while, so I might set it aside to listen to it today. And then every once in a while, they will just have releases in their store that aren't part of the subscription per se, but you get a better deal on them if you are subscribed to Vinyl Me Please. And this was one that they did. It was a color variant of a 1980 session of Joe Henderson's called Mirror Mirror. It's a Germany-based release on MPS label. Mirror Mirror, I really love this later Joe Henderson stuff. As y'all know, if you watch my channel, he's probably my favorite saxophonist overall. And even in his later stuff with Chick Corea and Ron Carter, Billy Higgins, I mean, he keeps that classic Joe Henderson tone, goes out there a little bit, really pushes the boundaries, but it's not so much that it is annoying to me personally. But this one is one of those that was released only on Vinyl Me Please and in this color variant. I mean, you can get the regular black elsewhere, but this is on a dark green to match that cover. So this is a killer release that I had to get. And when they're exclusively pressed like that, they're numbered and they've got the foil Vinyl Me Please exclusive of Joe Henderson Mirror Mirror makes my top 10 Vinyl Me Please list. All right, the rest of these are country. One of the most recent and most highly anticipated, in my opinion, was another album that wasn't reissued a lot and is very hard to find in OG form and is very expensive, even in some of the few reissues that are out there. This is Waylon Jennings' Honky Tonk Hero. This was when he took a lot of songs from Billy Joe Shaver, who is an awesome Texas singer-songwriter, and made an album out of Billy Joe Shaver's music. And it put Billy Joe Shaver on the map. It was a huge hit for Waylon Jennings. And this is a Vinyl Me Please country release from a few months ago. So great. And most of the time, they'll be mastered by Ryan K. Smith, pressed at really good pressing plants. And this is on the orange vinyl to match the cover, which I love. Some of the biggest songs on here are Ride Me Down Easy. That's Billy Joe Shaver written. Old Fireman Dimers Like Me. Billy Joe Shaver, Honky Tonk Heroes from Billy Joe Shaver. So Waylon Jennings got a huge hit out of this album on the back of Billy Joe Shaver. So look him up if you haven't. Again, Waylon Jennings, Honky Tonk Heroes, one of the best albums in my collection. Not even counting Vinyl Me Please. Okay, I got three more. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison on colored vinyl, of course. They always put these nice little hype stickers. I love this session. I love how cool he acts around those prisoners. You know, no fear. Obviously, he's been to prison himself, at least for a short time. One of the songs actually focuses on a time he was in jail. It's a very cool song. But I love this. I can't get this out. I don't feel like undoing it. But it's this brown splattered vinyl that looks really good. Well, I won't be lazy for y'all. Let me open it up. That's the one thing with Vinyl Me Please, that sometimes I keep them in these resealable sleeves that they come in. But a lot of times I'll fold this up and put it inside the jacket and put it in the kind of sleeves I really like to have. But again, this is a classic live album. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Reproduced in a very nice, sturdy Staunton jacket. And then here's your brown, translucent, splattered, marbled vinyl for that release. Sounds great. Again, two more. This one barely made the list because there's a few other country ones in my collection that I could have gotten, but I wanted to show one of my 90s country albums here, and this is John Michael Montgomery, self-titled. It's his best album, in my opinion. There's a couple of other songs that were huge hits for him that are not on this, but this one is just full of great sing-along 90s country tracks. Biggest one probably that was, popular is Sold. The Grundy County auction. If you go on TikTok, you'll see even young kids trying to sing along with that. Not easy to do. I Can Love You Like That was a huge song for him. Long As I Live is one of the best love songs ever written, in my opinion. Holding On to Something was a huge hit for him. So John Michael Montgomery on the country Vinyl Me Please country thread, and that is also matching the lettering on the cover on maroon vinyl. So, and the last one is the most recent and a humongous release, in my opinion, being a huge fan of 90s country, and that is first time on vinyl, 1991 release, 92 release of Alan Jackson's A Lot About Living and a Little About Love. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw me post a little bit about this and another grail that I recently picked up, which I may show in another video. But Alan Jackson, this is one of his best albums of his three that have never been or are hard to get on vinyl. This was never on vinyl. Chattahoochee, Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee, huge song for him. She's Got the Rhythm, I Got the Blues, one of my favorites. Tonight I Climb the Wall. I Don't Need the Booze to Get a Buzz On. Great country song, great written. Up to My Ears in Tears. She Likes It Too. Mercury Blues, the cover of the great Mercury Blues song. And there you have it. That's my 10th Vinyl Me Please album, Alan Jackson. And that is on beautiful, to match the Harley he's sitting on. Beautiful teal, dark teal vinyl. Alan Jackson. Arista was his label. This one is actually on Sony, but Arista was his earlier label. But that release is from 1992. So as you can tell, I'm very excited with a lot of the Vinyl Me Please that I have. And this is for my thumbnail, I guess. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully you can go see Concert Buddy's channel. Go check out Vinyl Me Please in case you win in November. If you win Concert Buddy's, if you win Chance's contest, you'll have a shot at 3 months and 3 awesome exclusive Vinyl Me Please pressings. And you get to choose if you want to be part of the Essential, the Country, but you can also swap if you don't like the release for that month. But anyway, I hope I win. And until next time, keep spinning that next play.